Good afternoon, it's Kylie from Theme Parks for Grown-Ups. I'm heading into Universal Studios Orlando once again. It's been a few months since the parks have reopened and crowds are definitely picking up and the holidays have absolutely arrived. Today is December 6th, 2020. And yesterday, December 5th, the parks were at capacity around noon and Universal basically sent out a tweet and was like, hey, we don't anticipate reopening for more people today, so please don't come, in nicer words than that. So I'm gonna go today on a Sunday, on this sunny Sunday, and it's about 70 degrees, so it's not too hot, not too cold, so we'll see how crowds are. It has not reached capacity yet. They have let me park. So today is a little crowd update, plus some holiday updates. We're gonna look at the holiday gatherings and characters and decorations and things like that. We'll go and look around and we're just gonna do a little crowd update as to what the crowds look like now as opposed to reopening date, which was, like I said, in July. I didn't say that yet, but it was in July, and now it's December. So we're gonna see what it looks like, and this is the week after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving reached capacity twice during that week, and then it's reached capacity yesterday as of Saturday, which is an interesting turn of events. So we'll see what it's like and see how they are handling the crowds lately. So come inside Universal Orlando with me. Let's go. Okay, first look at City Walk. It's looking pretty busy already. It's very congested in this area always, but you can see a lot of crowds congregating in this area. Getting through security was not a problem. I just walked right through, got my temperature check. It was all good. So, no crowds coming in, lots of people coming out. We're gonna head into the parks now to see what it's like. So tonight is the Orlando Informer private event. So they're letting a lot of people in through the back way that are a part of the event. And I think that's why it's getting so crowded, is because we have regular park attendees going in, and also people from registration coming in. So it is a little unorthodox the way today's crowds might be because of that. Otherwise, it looks pretty crowded in general. Fairly normal crowds, I would say, that I'm used to at Universal. Definitely have influxed since July, but it's still not completely uncontrollable at this point. And by the way, here is a stilt walker. Look how pretty she is. I haven't seen her yet. She's fun. Let's take a walk down New York area. Coming in straight away, Despicable Me is 55 minutes, and this is usually a good gauge about how crowds are going to be during the day, because Despicable Me usually has the biggest crowds. Across the way, Shrek has actually 50, which I don't know if I would wait 50 minutes for Shrek. And when the parks first opened, I remember getting on Despicable Me around 20 minutes. So it's quite a difference since then. Hi, donkey.
I was that tall. I transformed into a horse at one point and I felt so tall. I also had like really, really good hair. Well, what are you guys up to? What you gonna do next?
I always seem to miss Donkey because he's in this kind of weird alley next to Shrek.
Dr. Seuss!
And he's a little hard to find because you don't really necessarily walk right by him. But he's always fun to visit. I do like that they put a lot of chairs and tables in this area in front of the big stage, instead of just making people sit on the ground, making more people sit on the ground, especially when you can't take your mask off unless you're eating or drinking while remaining stationary. So that gives a place for people to eat, drink, take off their masks, etc. And look at that coaster. Let's watch it go down. The Universal's Holiday Experience featuring Macy's balloons is housed in the Stage 22 warehouse back there, which I walked through first week of Christmas at Universal when everything opened for Christmas, all the different entertainment. So you can see that in the video below, but the wait was 5 minutes then, and it's still 5 minutes because it's just a short little walkthrough. It's very cute though. I totally recommend going through it. And there's snow at the end when you leave, which is fun. More still people. This is the most still people I've seen. They just walk around and they just get to wave to people and be on stilts. They're just still Christmas people. Hashtag is over here again. He used to be up in that window, right up there, and they brought him back down. Hashtag the panda. The holiday tribute storyline is a lot longer than it was a couple weeks ago, but it does move pretty quickly, so don't be deterred. It's pretty fun in there, and I put that in my Christmas video a couple weeks ago as well if you want to see what it looks like inside. And crowds are not terrible right now. I can get through without feeling congested or like I'm bumping into people. And look at that Christmas tree. The wait time for Mummy is 50 minutes as well, so pretty much everything is like an hour right now. Just be aware of that. It is nice when you get here in the morning and the lines aren't too bad, but 50 minutes is a little long for me to get on Mummy. So my favorite places to sit and eat and take a load off is this New York street right here next to Auntie Anne's, and then right around the corner here are these back streets behind, and Auntie Anne smells so good. It's like Ben Jerry's over here, and then you can go through this alleyway and there's hardly anyone ever. There's hardly any crowds back here, and they have benches that you can sit on totally away from people, big old boxes, and it's kind of fun because there's lots of street atmosphere. It's really quiet most of the time, especially when the music has stopped. Another box here, and then if you go down here, there's a little bench there. A stoop you can sit on. And even more seating on this side. So there's a bench on this side next to Walgreens. Sign. Bench over here. The stairs for the employees. Some more stairs for employees, but this is really quiet back here too, which is nice if you just need a little breather. And it leads you back out to the main street that also has a bunch of stoops you can sit on. There's a little bit of a line for the Starbucks. It travels out here to the outside and then goes inside and wraps around a couple times. Remember that physical distancing does make it look a lot longer than it is. However, I've seen this line be a lot shorter. Just to note that this area does get congested, especially when the musicians are playing right here. They're just leaving now, so the crowds are dispersing, but the beat builders come out and play here, and a lot of people kind of massively organized. Fast and the Furious has 90-minute wait right now. I'm not going to wait 90 minutes for the ride, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the capacity limits and how they're seating people, why it's so long. Yeah, and there's no single waits either. So, just so you know, Fast and Furious can get really long. The pathway leading to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is always busy. People tend to stay on the right side and group together, but it's usually pretty hectic on this side. Pro tip, all of these tables are usually full out in the front, but if you just go around the corner, there's a ton more, and they're really empty, and some benches. The Hogwarts Express is currently 90 minutes, which is close to what it was a couple weeks ago at 80 minutes. So that's kind of the norm now. They're still seating people one travel group per car on the train, so it can really slow things up a bit. This is the point where you decide, is it faster to ride the train to the other side, or just walk out the park and go to the other side? So the determining factor for crowds is usually the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but it actually looks about normal today. This is usually what I'm used to, this kind of crowd. There's a lot of people waiting for the dragon to breathe some fire in this area, as usual. And then Leaky Cauldron has a line that comes out of the restaurant. It wraps around a few times inside of that little area there, and it's ending right at that point outside of the archway. Lots of people coming in. The wait time for Escape from Gringotts is currently 60 minutes, which isn't terrible. It's about how much it's been for a while now. I would probably wait that long if I was riding rides today. It's worth it to me. However, I'm not riding rides today, and this place is really crowded in here, as per usual. The lines for the butterbeer are right over here. And then there's a line coming out for ice cream on this side. And then Ollivanders on that side. This area is a little bit better over by the stage, but there isn't much seating, so people just kind of wander through this area. I really suggest that if you're getting a butterbeer or ice cream from this side of Harry Potter, that you go outside and enjoy it, because there's just no seating here anywhere, and it's just so tight. There's some seating over there on this side. However, as you can see, it's completely full as people wait for their butterbeer. Yes, definitely the most crowded place in the park. Men in Black, by the way, is 35 minutes, and the Simpsons ride is 40 minutes. That's actually not too bad, honestly. I've seen worse. The line for the Simpsons food court is long. It comes all the way outside and wraps around inside. Of course, they're encouraging mobile orders, so you take a little less time waiting. But it's still pretty long. The taco truck isn't, well, yes it is. It goes all the way back to the Back to the Future train, so that line's pretty long. But if you want a donut, there's only a few people in line over there. So there's that. And Duff Beer wasn't too bad either.
Good morning. How you doing?
By the way, I just stopped by to see Doc over the Back to the Future train over here. And what's interesting to me is that he said you could remove your face covering for a picture with him. Which, if you know what's happening at Disney right now, you can't remove your face covering with pictures. They put that in the announcements, they put it online, like it's a policy that they really, really strictly enforce, and PhotoPass won't take your pictures if you take off your mask. And the ride photos will be either erased, or now they're testing to put photoshopped masks on people's faces if they have them off during the ride photos, and mine is slipping down right now. That's a bad example. So I thought it was interesting that here at Universal, they're actually telling people you can remove them if you want to, which is interesting. Yeah, there's just like a few differences between Universal and Disney as far as what their mask mandates are, what they're encouraging, what they're enforcing. Yeah, just something of note, just something to take in and consider when you're visiting the theme parks. Look, it's my entire childhood on a stage. Hi! Baby and Barney and PJ, I love them so much, they're so cute. Team members are waving while I videotaped them, which was very sweet. E.T. Adventure is 40 minutes, and that's a little unfortunate. I'm not gonna wait that long for it. I'm sorry, I was gonna go on it and take you guys with me, but 40 minutes is too long to wait for this ride. I would have done it in maybe 30, I don't even know about that. 20 is usually my limit, but that's okay. But it is an example that things are getting crowded, and I used to be able to walk on this ride when it first reopened. I legit thought that Patrick was a statue, but he's actually there. I'm gonna go say hi to them. And of course, over on the other side is Guy Diamond and Princess Poppy. Hi friends! Princess Poppy is right behind a bar. Look how cute they are. I feel like this isn't the best place for them to stand because people are just stopping in the middle of this pathway, and so it's creating a lot of mess, but look at how cute they are. Sometimes Guy Diamond comes out with Tiny Diamond around his neck, which is pretty fun. I don't know why he doesn't have him now. This is the new Central Park's Crepes. It serves really good crepes. I really like them a lot. Right now they have a holiday turkey one that looks pretty good, but I just want to show you the line because this is the longest I've ever seen it. I've ever seen it. It might not be the longest it's ever been, but it goes all the way into Central Park, down this way, and all the way ending at these speakers back here. That is a long wait for some crepes. I don't think I would wait that long. Unfortunately, the crepe stand doesn't even have mobile order, so you have to wait this long in a line. That's too bad. Woo, yeah. They are good crepes though, but yeah, I don't know if I would wait that long.
Thank you, Marilyn. Close-ups. Oh, some beauty. All right, get ready. Big cheer in 3, 1, 2, 3.
So this is pretty cool. I did a mobile order, and what they're doing now is they are delivering your orders at certain restaurants. So I'm here at the Today Cafe. I'm outside and I got a table, and I did a mobile order on the Universal app, and then it tells you to put in your table number and a server will bring it out to you when it's ready. So I paid for it, ordered it, and it's gonna come out to me via server. I don't even have to go inside or wait in line or anything. I just sit here and wait for my food. And I ordered a little shot of espresso just for a pick-me-up. So we're gonna try that. I really like Today Cafe, by the way. It has fresh food, fresh fruits, some pastries, some desserts, really good salads, like amazing salads that I really love, and good coffee. I love good coffee. Okay, quick recap. I came to Universal Studios Florida, this side of the park, to check out the crowds and see how long the waits are in comparison to the first reopening month, which was in July, and it is the first week of December now. So Christmas is in full swing, all the holiday entertainment is here, all the goodies, all the things. Here's the verdict. The crowds have definitely increased. They're not as bad as previous years, like it's not as bad as last December. You can still move around in certain areas, except for Harry Potter. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is always going to be busy and congested and a little crazy. It's pretty small back there, and they should have made that a little bit more open, because they kind of should anticipate crowds in that area. It's just too small. Crowds were too intolerable, I would say. The lines are longer, and that has to do with physical distancing in the rides themselves. So some rides are seating every other row, between seats are being free so we can have some distance between travel groups. That's why the lines are still long and getting longer. We maybe suggest doing a Universal Express pass. That might be worth it to you and your family if you want to get a lot of rides in. You can also come earlier in the morning. Definitely not on the weekends if you want fewer crowds. So come during the weekdays. There's a lot of locals here. That's the majority of crowds. So yeah, besides that, it was an enjoyable day. I didn't do any rides, and so I was in and out pretty quickly. I just did a quick sweep around for a couple hours. I just didn't want to wait in lines, but they still weren't terrible. You could probably get quite a bit done, even with the amount of crowds on the weekends and during Christmas time. It was a fun day though. I like to see the entertainment, even just to come and look at the entertainment and have some food or a cup of coffee. It's pretty enjoyable still. It's still fun to be here in the Christmas atmosphere. And they blast Christmas music everywhere, which is also fun. I got a little shot of espresso from Today Cafe. I'm here to enjoy it, and then I'm gonna head out. I hope that you found this a little beneficial in planning your next Universal trip. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Subscribe for more content. Find me on Instagram at Theme Parks for Grownups and on my website, themeparksforgrownups.com. Alright, see you guys later, and I'll see you at the parks. Good night, Universal.